It's not that I wanted to be a dancer, I just kind of like needed to be a dancer because that was my life and that was what made me happy. And if my dad couldn't see that, then so be it. If you really want to be a dancer, you might have to deal with big stuff. You know, it wasn't my fault that I wanted to be a dancer, but I did have to deal with my dad not talking to me because of it. And I haven't talked to him in so many years now. It was his decision of not, being a part of my life. But I am where I am now because of making those hard choices. And there's always that taboo where, society in general will look at ballet dancers as, not really a job. They will think all dudes are gay, and all, these misconceptions about ballet dancers. I started just like, okay, I'm gonna go, but it's not my thing. I don't really like it, it's not for me. I loved it, man. The moment I walked into the studio, bro, it was so good. Yo, good morning, bro. How's it going?
What's up, brother?
What's the update on the stores?
One of them is inside the US, going to the warehouse, and the other 3 are coming soon.
Okay.
In the next few days. So all of the stores are going to have what they need, hopefully by April 15th.
Nice. That's nice.
Not bad.
I mean, all my coworkers here, they love the leg warmers so much. Like they wear it for class every day. I'll be like creeping out like from one class to the other. I'm like shooting content like this, and they're like, man, come on, just like let me be. My family, we didn't have money at all, like at all. I remember my teacher when I started was Sandra Racedo from Carlos Paz. I said, listen, I want to do this. I have no money. The only way that I can do this if you give me a full scholarship. She did. She was, my first teacher, my first mentor. She walked me through an entire year. But the first month I went in there, I will travel from my city, Cosquín, which is about an hour away from the ballet studio. I will take a bus and then another bus over there. It was far, but seeing the progress day after day, I think it's what made me fall in love with ballet. Changing the pattern of how things are done within your family is one of the hardest things. My mom, my grandma eventually understood that I wanted to be a dancer, and they fully supported me. My dad never got it. At first, it was kind of like, okay, something that you like to do now. Eventually, we just kind of like shift apart. Moving to rock school in Philadelphia, they paid for all my tickets back and forth. They gave me an apartment to live. They gave me food. And all I had to do in there was show up for class on time, 8 in the morning, and then stay in the school until 7 at night. Because we'll have 2 classes per day, partnering. You gotta go to the gym, you gotta learn English, you gotta do all of these things. And the rock school is such a cool and safe atmosphere to do this. And all the kids that were there, we were all just thriving to become better together. There was no toxic competition. All the teachers were good and supportive. And I stayed there for almost 2 years. Went down to Atlanta for YGP. We competed with Juliana. We got first place on the padded category, which was an awesome experience. And we both got jobs with Atlanta Ballet. Decided to move down there, and I spent about 5 years in the company in Atlanta. When you come from such a small city, from a very humble family, and you move to a big town and you start hanging out with people that have achieved so much, and this is, because you're in a company in the States, you start to hang out with sponsors. And you start wondering how they do it, how they did it, how they get there. Once I moved to the States, something started in my head, all right, I want more. I can make this much as a ballet dancer, but now I want to see if I can find any other things that I like that can bring me an extra source of income. Okay, you guys, Lucas here, co-founder of Barre Trash. Per usual, we're gonna be showing you our best-selling items and our new drop, which is the leg warmers, both short and long. We have it here so you can see it, the quality. Overalls, but short. This looks so good. I was invited to freelance for Swan Lake in this company in Germany. We were traveling in the bus. My roommate was Luis, which is the co-founder of Barre Trash. So we started talking a lot. We realized that we were aligned with our goals in terms of achieving stuff. And we started talking about my business and his business. And I said, well, we should do something that I could, sell merchandise for Ballet Well Connected. And he said, you know what we should do? We should start our own brand. And I said, okay, let's do it. September, October of that year, we released our first item with Barre Trash. First year, we made 6 figures. Year 2, which is this, in Q1, we have made already 6 figures, and we're projected to keep on growing a lot until the end of the year, Q4. If you don't do what you say you were going to do, there's no way of achieving anything. Always trying to be honest and truthful to myself and trying to be a good person overall. And that's why I think I am where I am today. And that's why I don't regret anything that I've done in the past, because all the good, the bad stuff that you have done in the past, it's what brought you to where you are right now.